Tenko, the Aikido practitioner mumbled. Tenko doesn't see what you're trying to say! The whole class shook at the exclamation. Tenko has had to hear theory after theory about what happened with no proof to back it up. Tenko has had it up to here. Besides, there's still one problem you haven't even thought about. And what's that? Shuichi challenged. The blood, you moronic male! She shouted. There was so much blood after the murder that the culprit had to put the nearby life preservers in the water to properly hide the stains. If Tenko killed that degenerate male, then how did she remove the blood from her hands? If Chapashira-san didn't wipe off the blood, Kibo pointed out, she would have had to walk around with bloody hands, a risk that she likely wouldn't take. That true, Gonta admitted. Tenko no can wipe it on Tenko's clothes or something. Actually, she might have, Kaede theorized. What? Tenko replied with shock. Argument armament. Start! Chabashira-san, you have a tendency to jog in the mornings, Kaede pointed out. That means nothing! Tenko countered. And you and I share something in common when we work out, Kaede continued. Tenko, for her part, clearly wasn't listening. Shall I show you Neo Aikido? We both wear gym clothes from the storage room. Do you side with the degenerate males? If you had gym clothes, you could dip them in the pool water. Tenko doesn't fear you! And use the wet cloth to wash off the blood. Tenko needs no weapon! And if anyone saw you with a gym bag or something like that, we wouldn't question it. Final blow. Your theory is based on nothing! Tenko didn't have a gym bag at all!
Stop lying to us!
To the group's shock, Kaede was not the one to shoot Tenko down. Rather, it was Himiko. Himiko, who had remained notably quiet ever since the accusation. Himiko, who Tenko would follow to the ends of the earth. Himiko, the small, quiet girl who had trouble expressing herself. And now, she was choking back tears.
Tenko, I saw you.
What? Tenko replied, clearly more surprised than anything.
This morning, I didn't really oversleep.
Himiko revealed.
I saw you come back. It was about 6, and you had your gym bag with you.
A number of others realized that this was what Kokichi had heard early that morning. However, they wisely chose not to comment.
I thought you'd just gone on a morning run, and you wanted to come back and shower before you went to breakfast.
Himiko sniffled and proceeded with her story.
So I decided to wait. I figured you'd want to walk together, and I kind of wanted to.
Yumeno-san, Tenko muttered, thunderstruck.
But then, a really long time went by, and I started to get worried. And I was gonna come knock on your door, but by then, Toju-san was telling us about the body. I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought maybe you might have done something bad. But I didn't want to say it, because I didn't want to believe it.
Shuichi averted his eyes. The last investigation was still fresh in his mind, and what Himiko described was a feeling he knew all too well. The mage continued.
I was scared. But I thought it would be okay, and then you told us you didn't get to go on your morning run. Then I realized what happened.
So you've been hiding the answer the whole time?
Maki inquired.
I didn't want Tenko to be guilty.
Himiko shrieked.
I still don't. She keeps lying and hiding things. Tenko, you keep saying you're not afraid. So why? Why won't you just tell us the truth? Please, I'm begging you. Tell us that you're not guilty.
Tenko closed her eyes and hung her head in solemn silence. It persisted like that for a few agonizing moments before the truth finally came out. I'm sorry, Yumeno-san. I can't tell you that.
Tenko!
Himiko cried. Tenko is the killer, she admitted. I killed Shinguchi-san.
No!
Himiko responded in abject horror.
No! You couldn't!
Saihara-san? Tenko said. Can you wrap this all up, please? Right, Shuichi replied, finding his voice. This is the truth of the case! During casino night, Oma-kun slipped out and went back to the dorm rooms while no one else was around. While he was there, he broke into everyone's rooms and stole their individual motive videos. After he finished watching them, he labeled them with everyone's name to make sure we all got the right ones back. However, when he did so, he made a mistake. Shinguji-kun and the culprit ended up with one another's videos. After seeing Shinguji-kun's video, the culprit became worried that he would try to kill someone and escape. Under the pretense of exchanging videos again, the culprit got Shinguji-kun to meet them in the pool building before the morning announcement. When they arrived, the culprit had with them a gym bag, I assume to hide the video they brought with them, and with the intent of performing their morning run directly afterward. However, during the exchange attempt, Shinguji-kun attacked the culprit with his custom knife. The culprit fought back and was able to not only disarm Shinguji-kun, but break his arm in the process. The culprit then took the knife and stabbed Shinguji-kun to death. Due to the high amount of blood flow, the culprit made the effort to hide the bloodstains by throwing the body, the knife, and the nearby life preservers, which were also stained, into the pool, where the fresh blood would mix with the water. And in order to wash the blood from their own hands, the culprit dipped the gym clothes they brought with them into the pool and wiped their hands off. With the bloodied cloth hidden in their gym bag, they were under the impression no one would suspect anything was wrong. However, Yumeno-san saw with them the bag early in the morning and realized that it didn't match up with everything else the culprit said. Isn't that what happened? Tenko Chabashira-san, the ultimate Aikido master! The class stood silent as Shuichi's words sunk in. It was all tied up nicely, and Tenko nodded with a defeated smile on her face. Tenko supposes that's it then. Time to vote. With that, Monokuma sprung into action. Roger Wilco! Please cast your votes with the lever in front of you! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? The class Spirits somewhat shattered by the experience once again found the strength to vote. The nearby screens lit up as they had before and showed the image of the roulette wheel with their faces. The spinner stopped on Tenko's face, and the screens proudly declared her guilty. End of Chapter 17.